The last item on our plate, in addition to securing our national defense, is to address our nation's health care. The so-called Affordable Care Act, better known as Obamacare, was as dubiously named as the Inflation Reduction Act, which did not reduce inflation, just like the Affordable Care Act did not make health care affordable. When Obamacare was crafted, debated, and passed, Democrats refused to work with Republicans to make it a bipartisan law. So this failed experiment in Obamacare that's now proposing 18% premium increases in places like the state of Texas this upcoming year has been a complete failure. President Obama said if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. He said if you like your health care plan, you can keep your health care plan. And he also said it would reduce health care costs by an average of $2,500 per American consumer, none of which has proven to be true. Democrats preferred to write the bill all by themselves and then misrepresent to the American people about their being able to keep their doctor or existing insurance plans. Obamacare was a massive failure that left Americans disappointed and our health care system virtually bankrupt. Ignoring this reality, Democrats came back for more during the COVID pandemic, using a national health care crisis as an opportunity to serve up more of the same bad recipe for our health care needs. Of course, we all know the Senate's secret sauce is deliberation and debate. That's what we are supposed to do. The Senate is a forum where colleagues who may have different party affiliations and different ideas about how we should solve problems can come together to try to build consensus and to work through our differences to arrive at a policy framework that gets at least 60% support in this body. The result of that process is a product that has been stress tested by members on both sides and one that works out better in the long term for the American people. But with the COVID-era enhanced Obamacare credits set to expire, according to a timetable set by Democrats, since no Republican voted for it in the first place, instead of working through the regular order to come up with a bipartisan solution, Senate Democrats have chosen to play hardball. They shut down the government, denying paychecks to millions of Americans in an attempt to beat Republicans into accepting their terms unilaterally. This is simply not the way the Senate is supposed to work. The Senate's use of a government shutdown as a tactic to get what they wanted to extend this failed policy in Obamacare is a shameful tactic. But now that the shutdown's over, Democrats have an opportunity to reconsider and do the right thing. President Trump has already given us some great ideas about how to accomplish this and made the point, which I think is an important one, rather than send the money to insurance companies that have, by the way, done very, very well and made a lot of money, let's send the money directly to the consumer so they can choose what suits their needs the best. There are many good ideas that have been circulated. Senator Bill Cassidy, a physician from Louisiana, member of the Finance Committee, has put forward a framework based on the administration's proposals, bypassing insurance companies and sending the money directly to the consumer. And I know others who have a lot of experience in the healthcare field, like Senator Rick Scott from Florida, have introduced legislation as well. So there are a lot of great ideas out there, and we know that Obamacare itself has failed and is unsustainable in its current form. So we have a lot of work to do and not much time to get it done. The goal, of course, is to make sure that everybody in America can get access to health care and to make sure we don't bankrupt the country in the meantime. So all these ideas are a solid step in the right direction towards righting the wrongs of Obamacare and ensuring we put dollars in the hands of the consumer or American families, rather than in the coffers of insurance companies and insurance company executives. But to actually solve the healthcare challenges that this country faces, we need to have a robust debate between our members, and I hope our colleagues on the other side of the aisle will approach this discussion in good faith. Based on history, I'm not overly confident that will happen, but I remain hopeful. So I look forward to working with all of our colleagues, as well as President Trump, to come up with the right solution for health care that actually relieves the burden of rising health costs on American families, primarily caused by the abomination known as Obamacare. Madam President, I yield the floor.